Hi everybody. Okay, so today we're gonna make another craft and it's gonna be for Memorial Day. So Memorial Day is just a few days away. It's coming up on Monday and we can just kind of create something fun while we're still at home, and we can hang it up on Memorial Day just to kind of celebrate the day. So what we're gonna make, this is just a starter. So here it's gonna be a little flag and it has a little heart on the inside of the hand. So we love our country. So this here, it's a little flag, and you can see too that it's actually your hands. You can see it probably a little better on this side. So it's your hands, okay? So super simple and a lot of fun. Now the supplies that you're gonna need some white paper. Cardstock is best just because it's a little bit thicker, so when we paint it, it doesn't kind of shrivel up and get all soft. So cardstock, white. You're gonna need a paper plate or something to put your paints on. You're gonna need just a little scrap paper that you can paint on so that you're not gonna paint the table or anything like that. You need 3 different paint brushes. So here you can see the 3 different paint brushes. So these paintbrushes, since you have stripes on your flag and you also have a blue section, you have some stars. So for the stars, you're gonna want something, a paintbrush that's just thin. So you can draw little stars on there. Then for your red stripes, you're gonna want more of a bigger paintbrush so that you can paint faster. And then also for the blue section, you're gonna want to have a little bit bigger of a brush too, so you can paint the big blue section. So red, white, and blue paintbrushes there. You're gonna need a pencil, some scissors, red, white, and blue paint. You need a ruler if you have one, or a flat edge of some kind, something hard and straight. So this clipboard here actually has a ruler on it. We're not gonna be measuring anything, but we just need that flat edge. And then last but not least, you need your hands, okay? So to get started, I kind of started a little bit here. So you're going to actually trace your hands. So on your white piece of paper, you're gonna take your pencil and your white piece of paper, and you're gonna trace your hand. So stick your hand flat on the paper. You're gonna trace one hand. Make sure your hand is fully on the page too. So you want your heel on the page, all your fingers on the page. Then you're gonna flip sides. You're gonna go to the other hand. You're gonna trace your hand. Now you can see on here that your pointer fingers are kind of overlapping each other. And then also your thumbs are overlapping each other. So it creates this space in the center. Now my hands are pointy, so you're actually going to want to round out these corners here so that it looks more like a heart when you cut it out. So here you can see I'm kind of tracing a heart. So when you cut it out, it's going to look like a heart in the center. And then you have both hands with your full hand on the page. Okay, so you're gonna take your scissors and you're gonna cut it all out. So you're gonna cut all your fingers, cut everything around. Now a little trick for the center of your heart, because it's closed in there. You're gonna fold the hands in half just like that, and you're gonna cut a slice right there in the center. So when you cut that there, you create the hole, and then you can cut out that heart center, so that you're not cutting through your fingers at all, and you can cut out the heart. So the heart, I'm gonna do it really quickly on here just so you guys can see how the center would be cut out. But you guys are gonna cut out the heart plus all of your fingers. So there you can see just a heart right there, okay? So it didn't break any of the seals. So after you guys have cut out your hands and the heart center, you're gonna end up with this. So you can see my heart is fully enclosed. You have your hands, and you're gonna turn them upside down like this. Not your hands like this, but like this, okay? So from here, you're gonna put it flat on your other piece of paper. It can be put on your scrap piece of paper or on another piece of paper, just somewhere like that, because now we're gonna draw all your lines. So here, let me move this stuff so I can show you guys better. So here you have your page. So you're gonna take your ruler or your flat edge, and you're first going to draw this line here because you want to create your blue space first. So here you can see I put the line right here, and you're going to carry it all the way across because eventually it's going to be your stripes, your red and white stripes. Then the next one, you're going to put a little line other way so that it encloses the blue area, but you're not going to come all the way down because the blue is just up here. From there, you're going to move down, do your next line, move down, do your next line, next line, next line, next line, all the way. Then you have to come back up here and just do your lines on this side, not through the blue part, but all your lines here. Okay, so you've done that. So here you have the beginning of your flag. So you have your blue spot and then all of your red and white stripes. So we're gonna take our scrap paper now. We're gonna get to painting. So you can get your scrap paper, get your paintbrushes, get your paint, put your hand on the scrap paper just like this. Let me turn this over. Scrap paper just like that. We're gonna pour some of our paint on the paper plate. So a little bit of red. Now you wanna make sure your paint is separate so it doesn't blend. We don't want a purple flag or any pink or light blue on there either. All right, so we have red, white, and blue. So first we're gonna start with the blue because it's the big spot up here. So we're gonna take our blue paint and we're going to paint the blue spot. Now because you have the hands on a scrap paper, it's okay to go over the edges, as you can see I'm doing here. When you come to the line, make sure it's as straight as possible. Okay? Then here I'm gonna come to the bottom line. We want it as straight as possible. Okay, so I have my blue area. Now we're gonna wait on putting the stars because you want the blue to dry a lot, okay? So I'm gonna clean off my brush a little. Later we'll wash the brushes. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to our red stripes. So red, we'll start up here. Again, on the lines that you've drawn, you want it to be as straight as possible. Okay, and then of course we're gonna skip every other line because it goes red and white, red and white. Okay, straight across. You can put as much or as little paint as you want just so that it covers it completely and it looks good. Make sure you're staying within the lines. Now, because also your paper is white, you technically don't even have to paint the white if you don't want to, because your paper is already white. Okay, so now we're gonna skip a line. So we're gonna come over here under the blue. Now, if your blue paint is wet, be careful so that you don't mix the color. See, like I did there, I put some blue. There we go. Fixed it. So just be careful, or if you want to just kind of skip that line first and then come back to it when the blue is a lot drier, then you can do that too. So we're going to come across with the red, nice straight line. Okay, we're going to come across here. Make sure you're lining up right so that even though this heart in the center kind of breaks up the line, that you're doing at the same level, the red and the whites. Okay, come across. Okay, now skip the next line because that's the white. Now here it's going to be a little different because you have all your fingers. So you want all your fingers to be striped right too. Okay. So that's another reason why we have the paper underneath, so that we can just paint over it and we're not painting the table. See, makes it super easy. Okay, we got a next stripe. There we go. Now the bottom of that one there is red too. Almost done. Now you guys can take a little bit more time than I am now, but I just want to show you how to do it, how it's going to look in the end. But you can probably take a little bit more time, make your lines a little bit straighter. All right, guys, so there you have your hands with the red stripes. Okay, so next you're going to take your skinny paintbrush and you're going to dip it in the white. So you want to, a little trick too is once you dip your paintbrush in the paint, if you roll it in the paint, it kind of keeps all the bristles together. Rather than going down like this, it'll spread them. You want it to be as thin as possible. So just like that, okay? So we don't want to glob the paint either. So here, my blue paint is probably not completely dry, but we can start and I'll show you how to do the stars. So the stars you can place, you're probably not gonna fit 50 stars in this little area, but you can just do as many stars as you want. You can do little ones, you can do big ones. So here, I'm gonna just do a few here and there. I'm not doing any pattern to it or anything like that. I'm just kind of putting them wherever so it looks cool. Now, watch where you put your hand, because I just put my hand in the red paint so you don't smear it possibly on your white spots. Okay, so here you guys can see there is the craft. So now I'm going to take it up off of this. You guys could probably wait till it's completely dry just so you don't have a mistake of messing it up. But here you have your flag with the heart in the center, and it's your hands. Now, if you guys want to, you can go back and kind of paint over the white areas, but the paper's already white, so you don't have to. Alrighty guys, happy Memorial Day. We will see you around the club. We're starting to open, so just keep your eye out for that. All of our newsletters and everything coming out, and you'll know exactly what guidelines we're following and everything, so we'll see you soon. Thank you guys, bye.